Why do some coaches and consultants struggle and others make millions? It all comes down to your ability to influence others to buy from you. So, if you want to become a highly paid and in-demand expert that grows a multi-million-dollar business, then you're going to want to pay attention to this video on brand positioning strategy, how to become number one in your niche. Hi, I'm Jessica Yarbrough, top business strategist for coaches and consultants who want to build an expert platform and both sell and scale ultra high-end services. I've helped my clients go from virtually unknown to highly sought after experts who can command multiple 5 and even 6 figures for their time. So, if you're ready to go from struggling to keep your head above water in a sea of sameness to becoming the go-to expert in your industry, then you will love this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when each of my new videos drops. Many coaches and consultants start their businesses with the very best of intentions. The entrepreneurial lifestyle seems exciting with promises of making an impact while having incredible financial and time freedom. For many people who exit the corporate grind, entrepreneurship seems like a dream, but the reality is often much different. Working 60-hour weeks, creating dozens of offers, building funnels, constantly launching, putting out tons of content each day, cold pitching and more, all to generate less than you made at your corporate job. Sound familiar? Worse, you probably have a big heart and you're driven by more than just the financial reward. But you have to pay the bills and this isn't what you signed up for. Or perhaps you've been coaching or consulting for years, but your success has become stagnant. You've exhausted yourself with different marketing tools and tricks. Maybe you've written a best-selling book, have a podcast, built funnels, and more. You make decent money, but you know you could do better. But you're also maxed out time-wise. You can no longer do more to make more. This video can offer you insights as to what is holding you back, your brand positioning, and how to ascend up the ladder of influence so you can scale your impact and your income. Now, let me begin by stating that there is a huge opportunity within the coaching and consulting world to make a ton of money. After all, these are multi-billion-dollar industries and growing each year. I personally have helped many coaches and consultants tap into this massive opportunity and generate higher levels of income than they ever imagined possible. So the big question I'm often approached with is, why do some coaches and consultants struggle and others make millions? And while I could rattle off, the latest marketing trick, another funnel, a chat bot, or hopping on a new trendy social platform, the answer is actually much simpler. In order to compete in this crowded marketplace and ultimately make millions, you have to be able to influence others to buy from you. The bottom line is this: you have to sell to serve. Of course, you need to deliver and get your clients massive results, but in order to do that, you must first win their business. Look, a lack of leads is the number one complaint from struggling coaches and consultants. And any competent strategist will tell you that the problem often goes much deeper. This is why clients come to me having dropped tens of thousands of dollars on ads and lead generation services, promising them the world with little to no return. A lack of leads is simply a symptom of a much bigger problem. You don't have the influence necessary to scale your impact and income. In this video, I will break down the 4 levels of the ladder of influence and show you exactly how to become number one in your niche. The trap of the generalist. At the very bottom of the ladder is the generalist. Call this a Jack or Jill of all trades and master of none. Nearly everyone starts here. After all, when you first begin your business, you're simply trying to find your way. You may try out different markets, go after different types of clients, change your brand colors or name multiple times, try billing hourly, selling packages, and spinning off different programs and courses, all with the goal of discovering what works and generates money. You spend your days trying to get people to simply pay attention to you with the hopes that one day someone will buy from you. But the reality is no one knows your name, not yet anyway. Most people in this category are looking at the celebrities or gurus and trying to mimic that in their own business and marketing strategy, but it doesn't work. Remember that the big titans of the industry have huge teams, complex systems built out, and big budgets for spending on advertising. They may have a dozen successful programs and the manpower to invest months of time, energy, and lots of financial resources into creating a multi-million-dollar launch. A new coach or consultant simply cannot compete with them, nor should you even try. Generalists rarely break the six-figure mark and instead spend their time teetering on the verge of burnout and ready to throw in the proverbial towel. Staying a generalist is a trap. Besides trying to compete with all the gurus at the generalist level, remember this: when you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing to the one person that matters most, i.e. your dream client. And if you want to make money, you must be able to influence more people to buy from you. This is a challenging scenario for those trapped at the generalist level of influence. You may want to charge higher prices, but struggle to get people to pay you a few $100s per hour for your time, or even to buy a $1,500 or $5,000 package. It's a grind. Meanwhile, you may call yourself a life coach, a business consultant, a mindset coach, a leadership coach, an author, and more. But think about this. If you were going to hand over a lot of money to a coach or consultant to solve a big urgent problem for you, would you rather hire someone who claims to be an expert in a half a dozen things, or would you hire someone who specializes in the exact thing you need help with? Someone who is consistent with who they serve and how they help them. I teach 4 common mistakes that weaken your positioning online, and having too many things that you claim to be is one of them. The key to making more money and growing your impact lies in specialization. Take my client John, for example, a leadership coach and executive coach, and before joining Expert Accelerator, he viewed his business as just selling hours. He was caught in the trap of the generalist. He followed our system, which quickly moved him into specialization, and he started selling his coaching services for $25,000. Or my client Judy, a business strategist with a successful background as a corporate attorney and a real estate agent. When it came to her coaching business, she was stuck in the trap of the generalist, selling a group program for $500 a month. Well, we quickly moved her into specialization, translating her talents to go after a higher caliber market and solve bigger problems. The result? She confidently sold a $20,000 group program using her gifts in a much more aligned and profitable way, and she generated 6 figures within just 2 weeks of launching. Stagnant as specialization. So next up the ladder of influence is specialization. When you specialize, you can begin the process of association. So when someone thinks of a problem, your name comes up as an attractive option for solving that problem. You aren't viewed as the go-to expert just yet, but you are an option. Many coaches and consultants at this level invest in big-ticket certification programs, thinking that this will help them crack the code to success. It doesn't. In fact, certifications are largely a huge waste of time and money. Not only that, but they can actually hold you back from jumping to the next level of influence. More on that later, so be sure to stay tuned. Specialists jump into the next category of income, making anywhere from $100,000 to upwards of $350,000 per year. This creates another level of satisfaction for the business owner who is realizing a more significant return on their efforts. And while you may be making multiple 6 figures, you are doing so by volume. You need a lot of clients or a lot of hours invested to hit your income goals. You typically still have too many offers, are customizing work proposals, are working way too much and exhausted just trying to keep all the plates spinning. You are also maxed out time-wise. As the business owner, you are the bottleneck. You can no longer do more to make more, not without totally burning out. Many clients come to me in this way. In fact, my client Michelle, a business coach specializing in the interior design industry, was in this very position. She was bouncing around $250K to $300K for about 3 years before she joined. She also invested in several other programs touting the latest marketing tactic as the golden goose to success, like webinar and Facebook ads or course creation. And none of that moved the needle for her significantly. We took her through the exact process I will break down a little later in this video, so stay tuned. The result? She 4x'd her business, crossing the 7-figure mark in a year. And by the way, she did this right when COVID hit. And the interior design industry, along with the rest of the world, was shut down as shipping supplies were cut off and no one was doing business in other people's homes. Her business could have taken a massive hit. Instead, she scaled. Pretty incredible, right? Not only did she hit 7 figures, but we helped her repeat that again just 9 months later. If you want to read the exact steps we took to move her to 7 figures, be sure to download her 20-page in-depth case study. The link is pinned in the comments below. While specialization is a much better place to be, the real money and impact success comes when you break into the expert level of influence. Scaling at expert. Many coaches or consultants dream of being seen, respected, and sought after as a true expert. Most just aren't sure how to get there. And no, the answer does not lie in being on a dozen different social platforms or simply putting out a ton of content. Attaining expert level influence means your name is synonymous with the very problem you solve, with the market that you serve. It means you shift from being the hunter, constantly seeking out clients, to the hunted, they seek you. The expert category of influence means you move into $350,000 all the way up to multiple 7 figures a year in income. It's the next level of freedom and quality of life that coaches and consultants dream of. There are 5 systems you must put in place to reach the expert level of influence and truly scale your business. I teach this in my Expert Accelerator program. The first system is offer. This is your impact system. It's the foundation of everything you do, who you serve, how you get your clients' results, your packaging, pricing, and the why behind what you do. Every specialist who comes to me needs to restructure or at least upgrade the foundation of what they do. This could mean significantly raising your prices. Our clients typically 4x or more their pricing. It could mean creating a next level system or method for how you get your clients' results. We help you truly codify your genius, and this is absolutely necessary to 4x your prices. It could also mean going after a completely different industry or market. If your current people can't afford to pay you more, listen, there are plenty of people who will, and we'll show you how. Remember how I mentioned earlier in this video that certifications can hold you back? Well, when you become a certified X-coach, you do not build expert authority. In fact, you end up competing in a sea of sameness amongst thousands of other same certified coaches. To build an expert business, you must codify your own system that gets your clients results. I go deeper into this process in my video on what is high-ticket digital marketing and Expert Explains. Be sure to check that out. We work deeply with our clients to codify their system, and it empowers them to step into confidently selling $25K to $100K plus programs. Take Cynthia, an executive coach who joined stuck in the low 6 figures. She was relying on volume and hustling all year just to hit her numbers. She invested in other programs that didn't help her codify her genius or upgrade her offers and truly step into selling ultra high ticket. We quickly helped her transform her entire offer strategy. The result? She sold an executive coaching package for $126,000. Look, she went from working all year to making 6 figures to making it in just one deal. This is the power of our offer, our impact system. Or my client Chuck, a healthcare consultant who never had pulled all of his genius into one next level system. We helped him map out his new pathway and build what I call his Cadillac programs. The result? He turned around and started selling $120,000 and $180,000 packages. The second system is marketing. This is your influence system. Look, this video is all about brand positioning to become number one in your niche, and marketing is a huge part of this process. There are 3 specific areas you must master. First is audience creation. Look, you don't need 1 million followers to create a multiple 7-figure business. You do need the right people in your audience to buy from you. You also need to approach them in the right way, and to do this, you need to create a high amount of relevancy. We live in a highly distracted world where the demands are high and you are literally competing with everything from cute cat videos to the gurus spending 6 figures a month on ads to your ideal clients. Attention is the new currency, and you can achieve this through the next 2 goals of this system: mastering your messaging and attaining expert positioning. Many coaches and consultants fail, not because what they offer isn't valuable, but because they fail to effectively communicate their value. Mastering your messaging allows you to quickly cut through the noise online and outshine your competition. It means clients slow their scroll, respond to your message, and lean into what you have to say, all because you are literally speaking to their deepest pains and desires. Cookie cutter language does not work. Mastering the language of your brand is essential to magnetize clients to you. Finally comes achieving expert positioning. Many coaches and consultants struggling to generate significant and consistent revenue have weak positioning. This is usually because they are making one or more of 4 common mistakes that harm their positioning: having too many or low-end offers, having too many businesses, weak or cheap branding, or messaging that attracts the wrong people. Think afraid, broke, struggling. Expert positioning means who you believe you are and the value you bring to your clients' lives is reflected in all that you do. You are truly seen as an expert, and this requires the right strategy to quickly shift perception online and skyrocket your leads. My client Leo is a great example of this. He is a spiritual teacher and life coach for conscious executives. Before joining Expert Accelerator, he was stuck in the Generalist category, making around $90K a year. He invested in other programs that got him more of the same, clients who couldn't afford to invest more than a few thousand for his services. So we dialed in his offer, which is his impact system, and his marketing, which is his influence system, to create and scale an ultra high ticket group program. His goal was to not only grow his income, but also do so while working less so he could raise his young daughter. The result? He scaled his business to consistent $60K months in less than a year, working part-time. I love sharing his story because despite the fact that Leo was not in the wealth creation business like business coaching, and his niche is very specific, he more than 5x'd his income by implementing our process. Or my client James, a business coach fresh out of corporate. He wrote a best-selling book, launched a course that flopped, and struggled to sell packages for a few grand. You see, he was positioned incorrectly in the marketplace, going after the wrong type of client and completely misaligned when it came to his incredible capabilities and the problems that he was attempting to solve. We wiped his strategy clean, right? We codified his genius and positioned him to go after next level clients. The result? He sold a $30K package in just 2 weeks and a $62K package just 4 weeks later. He then used our system to grow his business to $500,000 in less than a year. As you can see, 6-figure leaps are possible when you put these systems in place. The next system is sales. This is your money system. Remember, you have to sell to serve. So in order to move up the ladder of influence into expert level status, you need to not only create next level offers and marketing, but you also need to be successful at selling them. Coaches and consultants who don't have this dialed in generate quality leads, but struggle to translate those into high value clients. Having expert level influence means being able to translate authority in your sales conversations. Think about it. You have leads that are primed before they even get on the call with you. They're eager and ready to buy. And then you're able to demonstrate your expertise and effectively present what you bring to the table, your solution. Pitching yourself so well that even if the investment to work with you has a $50,000 price tag, it's a heck yes from the prospect. An expert level sales or money system means having strong pre-qualification measures in place so that you not only get on the phone with people who are a perfect fit for your program, it means that you're no longer wasting time with those looky-loos or those wanting free advice with zero intention of buying. Your time is protected and you easily enroll the very best clients into your programs. My client Treya, a world-renowned dating coach and matchmaker, is the perfect example of this system in action. When she came to me, she struggled to own her value. And despite her amazing track record with clients, she still had a bit of imposter syndrome. So we, of course, worked on her offers and marketing and really transformed her sales system. The result? She moved into confidently selling $25,000 to $65,000 programs, and she generated $140,000 in the month of July, which is typically her slow season. Look, if you're struggling with sales, be sure to check out my video on what not to do when handling sales objections. Next is systems and team. This is your freedom system. Remember that in order to scale up, the business owner has to be removed as the bottleneck. Otherwise, they will stay stagnant in the low six figures. Implementing your freedom system means putting the right systems in place and in the right order. It means streamlining everything that you do so that you can reclaim your time freedom. This can take shape in simplifying your entire back end by putting automation in place and creating the systems necessary to support your offer, marketing, and sales systems. This enables you to ensure you have a pipeline with quality leads, you continue to grow your influence, build your email list, generate consistent high-ticket sales, leverage opportunities to scale your influence, and more. The freedom system also means building your team by putting the right butts in the right seats, so to speak, so that you can free up your time and focus on what you do best, driving the vision and serving clients. This system allows you to move from solopreneur wearing all the hats to a true CEO. We help you to know exactly who to hire, when to hire them, and what to have them do to free up your time. And this is essential to scaling. This is the most complex and time-consuming part of what we teach, but it is also the one that allows you to make massive leaps in revenue and ultimately creates the most freedom for you as the business owner. Remember my client Michelle, the business coach? This system was an essential part of her seven-figure success. Now, not only is she making millions, but she has systems and a team in place that allow her to make more while working less and playing to her true strengths. This is why we do not teach just the first three systems. All five are necessary to scale to seven figures and beyond. The final system is delivery. This is your scale system. Most everyone advertising in your newsfeed focuses on more and more acquisition. And look, getting more clients is great, but not at the expense of getting clients results that are already in your program. This is why many coaching businesses break when they hit seven figures. You can absolutely scale sustainably and grow your income. And this system allows you to do that while staying in integrity with your promise. Yes, you get clients and you find your perfect flow when it comes to lead generation, and yet you do this while continuing to fulfill your promises with your existing clients. Your clients are looking for a big transformation, and if you want to reach and maintain your expert level of influence, you must get results for your clients. They invest significantly, and you help them get the results they desire. It's a win-win for both you and the client, and it gives you incredible case studies to fuel your expert influence strategy. The old adage is true. The more people you help, the more will want your help. And having an extraordinary delivery experience is essential to your long-term growth of your influence and your business. These five systems combined are exactly what make up the Expert Accelerator method and what we help our clients do to scale their businesses to the multiple six and even seven figures. If you'd like to learn more about that, apply for a call. The link is pinned in the comments below. Finally comes 8 figures at thought leader. Now, few coaches and consultants will ever make it to the thought level leadership of influence. Thought leaders are in a category of their own and are celebrities in their industries. And thought leadership is a completely different model geared towards those who truly desire to have an 8-figure business. And look, it's not for the faint of heart, but rather for those who are determined to go all in and go through the growing pains of reaching this level of success. What's the one thing that all thought leaders have in common? They mastered brand positioning to become number one in their niche. They made their way strategically up the ladder of influence, moving from generalist to specialist to expert to finally reaching thought leader. No one arrived there overnight, and no one did it alone. This wraps up this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And be sure to check out my other videos on how to grow your impact and your income. Until next time.